She is quite simply the most successful college basketball coach ever, period.
The Lady Volunteers have repeated as national champions.
A legend with 1,098 wins and 8 NCAA national championships.
This is a chance of a lifetime. You can't be afraid to go out and compete.
Such an unstoppable force that when she made the stunning announcement that she had been diagnosed with early onset dementia, Alzheimer's type, it sent shockwaves around the country. In an ESPN documentary, Pat XO, set to air this summer, the normally stoic Pat breaks down, explaining how difficult the decision was to step aside as head coach at Tennessee.
It was hard, because I didn't want to, but I felt like I needed to step down.
Hey, Robin. How you doing?
You said that hearing numbers and things don't mean as much, but if you actually see like a player or something, it'll spark a memory.
Oh, yeah. Jill Rankin was a hoot. Do you know who this is?
No. Oh, he was the coach.
Yeah.
Pat Summitt and Robin Roberts.
She is the head coach emeritus of the University of Tennessee Lady Vols, attending practice and all home games.
What do you miss most about coaching?
Just being on the court.
This is so pretty.
She still drives herself to practice, cooks, and of course takes her beloved labs, Sally and Sadie, for daily walks. I had a chance to catch up with Pat at her home in Knoxville to talk about her new book, summing up an incredible life.
The book is beautiful, Pat. When you said sum it up, you summed it up.
Sum It Up is a memoir, a deeply personal glimpse into the story behind this legend. The story of a little girl who grew up dirt poor on a farm in Tennessee. So poor, the story goes, her daddy had to sell a mule to get the money to marry her mama.
And you slept in the same crib until you were 6 years old. That's
Yes.
poor.
And I was pretty long.
Long as in tall. And with 3 older brothers, she learned to play basketball, got tough, and good. So good that she played in college and even went to the Olympics.
You saw the world.
I did.
The book also explores the complicated relationship Pat had with her father, a man who loved her dearly, but had trouble expressing the affection he felt for his children.
He couldn't say the words, I love you.
Pat Summitt, a remarkable record, having won a national championship.
You were 43 years old, you've won another national championship, and what you remember most is climbing into the stands. And what did your daddy do?
Gave me a big old hug. Said he loved me, and he also said, I don't want to hear anything else about this anymore.
Pat says that was the first time her daddy hugged her. Ask Pat Summitt what she is most proud of? No hesitation, her son Tyler.
A lot of women are going to relate to the number of times that you tried to have a child.
7 miscarriages. But got Tyler. That was the most important thing.
Divorced from her husband since 2008, Tyler has also been Pat's staunchest ally since her devastating diagnosis. He's now following in his famous mom's footsteps, an assistant coach at Marquette University. He speaks to Pat every day.
The times that I do worry about her, all I have to do is call. Whenever you talk to her, you don't worry anymore.
Alzheimer's is now a part of Pat Summitt's legacy. But how she has chosen to deal with it is just another example of not only what makes Pat Summitt different, but what makes her special.
Have you had the why me moment?
I've had a few of those.
What is it that you want people to understand about you that can help them?
It may not be the best thing, but you just got to make it what it is, and just keep living your life.
Pat loves to say it is what it is. In fact, she has a little sign over her fireplace that says just that. To spend time with her is always just such a treasure.
You can feel her strength over here.
I know, and she really, a teacher, a real teacher shows you doesn't tell you, shows you, and that's what she's doing. And oh, by the way, dementia 100% graduation rate. If you played for Pat Summitt for 4 years, you walked away with a degree, and that is something that she's very, very
That's
proud
great,
of.
Robin. Thank you. Show that emotion as well. That was, I mean, that's tough. That's as tough a person, as a coach, as I've ever seen watching sports my entire life.
Rare to see that. It is. That's part of the documentary, part of the 9 for 9 series on ESPN Exo. But going to the game, being there in Knoxville at a game, sitting in the stands, watching her and watching her watch her beloved Lady Vols, and they were coming up to her, and Holly Warlick's doing a good job as a head coach. That's a big shoes to fill.
Stop making me cry.
All right.